Today I'm doing a review of a Jaguar X-Type diesel, so we'll see how she runs basically. Takes a bit of time to warm up as it's a diesel, but once it's going, once the engine is warmed up past boost level, it is generally very sweet to run. Let's have a look. Just got to go and get some petrol, actually diesel, sorry, as this is a 2-litre diesel. It's quite a desirable model, so it's quite good on diesel. Obviously does around 50 miles per gallon combined, which is very reasonable. This specific car has done over 100,000 miles. It's done 118,000 miles, 2004 plate, and they're becoming a lot more common these days. This is the sport version. These can be picked up nowadays between £1,500 and £2,000, even for the diesel model. The petrol models are even cheaper. So you can get the V6 for like 1,300 quid. Obviously a little bit more for a good condition one, but the bottom line is they're very cheap, and they share a lot of their parts. There's another one. They share a lot of their parts with Mondeos, basically, so the parts and labour are pretty cheap as well, considering it's a luxury car. I mean, it's similar in quality to an old Beamer or Mercedes, but they're actually cheaper. There's another Jag. They're actually cheaper than the Germans' cars, so that's a good thing. And also they're not quite as common as well. I mean, not quite as common as like a BMW 3 Series or something. That's probably the most common one you can get, so that's the good news. The steering is not that great, obviously. The car weighs about 1,700 pounds, so kilos, sorry, not pounds yet. 1,700 kilos, which is quite a lot, but most sedans, why am I talking in American words now? God damn it. Most saloons are quite heavy, so it's probably about average. On the motorways though, this thing really is a goer. It's really good to have on the motorways. It's great value, it's obviously great economy, and they can be picked up so cheap on the second-hand market. The only thing I'll say, the dual mass flywheel is known to go wrong in these things, but they're quite an old car now, and they cost around 900 quid to fix with the new starter motor, and basically, it's about 900 quid to fix it. They go wrong. Well, I wouldn't say often, but they go wrong sometimes. They have been known to go wrong, so just be prepared for that if you buy one. That's the first clue is there's a lot of vibration in the steering wheel. This car has a bit of vibration in the steering wheel, but I'm prepared to pay the £900. It depends, obviously, if you are one of those people that keeps a car for a long time and runs it into the ground, because if you are, this is a great bargain to, as long as you look after it. It doesn't take that much money to look after it. It really is good. The overtaking power is really handy, obviously, on the motorways. The torque is not extreme, but it is strong enough to overtake things on the motorways, which is good. Yeah, not really a bad word to say about it. Obviously, it's a very long car, very big saloon. Boot space is huge. Good for long trips, obviously. Not so good for short journeys around town. I'd say if you drive sort of more than 20 miles each way to work or something, or if you do above 10,000-12,000 miles a year, this is a really good car to have. Obviously, if you don't do that many miles, it's not really as beneficial, but it's I mean, the inside of this car, even though it's 10 years old, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It holds up very well, and you know that's the difference between the cheaper cars and you know, the luxury cars that were made more expensive in the first place. Their quality just lasts a lot longer through and through. It just ends up being a lot better. Nothing's been replaced on the inside. Like a couple of stains on the seats, but what do you expect? You know, it's with a good valet, they'll come out. So it's very nice. Very good car for, you know, long distance in the winter, or good air conditioning. Standard stereo is a bit awkward to replace, but I managed to replace it after some time and money. So yeah, not a bad words to say. Let's give it some boost. Doesn't corner very well there. That was definitely understeering in that turn. The weight's pulling it out to the side there. But as long as you don't give it too much spins in the corners, it's fine. Very good for straight lines. Americans will love it. And it feels like a big car, but you get used to it after a while. It depends what you're used to, I suppose. I was driving just basically hatchbacks before I had this car, so it's fine. I mean, it can be had for like a little bit more than a Mondeo, and because it shares the same price as Mondeo, it's pretty much the same to upkeep, only a tiny bit more. So, you know, if you think Mondeo's a good, reliable car, well, so is this, and it's obviously got a Jag badge, so, you know, that's good. Good torque for towing stuff as well. I didn't mention that. Towing a lot of weight, obviously. A big family going a long distance, or towing a caravan or trailer or something, very handy. Not very, not super fast, but very, very handy torque. Very sensible car, I'd say. Not really a car for young people. It looks like I'm kind of driving my dad's Jaguar, basically. Doesn't really look like I should be driving it. It's a very sensible car though. Not really a car to have loads of fun. If you just like comfortable long distance travelling, can't fault this for £1,500. 1,500, 2,000, absolutely fantastic. Suspension is pretty decent. It's I guess it's a sports version, so I don't actually know, but I presume it has stiffer suspension, but it's not too stiff. Still does the bumps all right, considering it comes with a 17-inch low profiles. It's actually not bad. The engine's warmed up now, so give it some boost. interior. It's not bad for a 10-year-old car. Got this thing. Yep. Like I say, very good value, very good long distance cruiser.